How to make great videos for YouTube. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the key elements that you must include in each and every video that you make in order to make a video that's going to engage and grow your audience, and more importantly, lead to those conversions that you're looking for your online business. You can also use the tips I'm going to share with you today for things like Instagram stories, your lives, your Facebook lives. It doesn't matter. The tips that I'm going to share with you about making great videos are tips that you can use across all platforms. So you're going to want to remember them so that you incorporate them in each and every video that you make. My name is Jonathan Van Vegan from the Online Therapist Academy, bringing to you the best tips and strategies for attracting new clients for your online private practice so that you can do more of the things that you love to do from anywhere in the world. Now back to the video. So the first element that you must include in your video is your headline. So once you've got your idea for your video, I do not want you to go out and just turn that camera on and start recording. The reason being is that you've got to take the keywords that are necessary for your video to be found on YouTube. You've got to incorporate those into a catchy headline that speaks to your ideal client. And after that, you've got to include that headline as the very first sentence in your video. So I'm going to give you an example. So you're a depression coach who specializes in helping postpartum moms. So here's your headline: How to Overcome Depression After Giving Birth to Your First Child. There you go. Perfect headline. So now what you've done is that's going to be the title of your video. That is the very first sentence that you must include in your video. So you're going to turn your camera on and you're going to say, how to overcome depression after giving birth to your first child. Thank you, Jonathan. I got that one right. There you go. You have it. So you've got your headline. That's the very first sentence that you're including in your video. The reason being is that YouTube needs that headline in your video as the very first sentence for SEO purposes. When people start Googling, or pardon me, not Googling, when people go into YouTube and start looking up postpartum depression and childbirth and all those keywords that are in that video of yours, your video is going to be shown to them because YouTube read your video, they took the transcript, they took the keywords that were in the very first sentence, and now they've decided, that algorithm's decided to show your video to that person that just typed in those keywords. So you must make the very first sentence in your video your headline. That is the first element that you must include in each and every one of your videos. So the second element that you must include in each one of your videos is a brief introduction of yourself, and I mean to keep it really brief, but the more important piece is talking about the who and the what. So the brief intro may be something like, I'm Jonathan Van Vegan from the Online Therapist Academy. That's it. It's brief, simple, to the point, nothing more. You do not want to talk too much about yourself, because if you do, you're making yourself the hero of the story, and that is a no-no. You've got to make your client the hero of the story. You are just the trusted guide that they're going to tap on the shoulder to help them through their difficult situation. So keep your introduction very brief. The second element of that intro is the who and the what. And the who and the what is who you help and the biggest problem in their life that you help them with. So when it comes back to those postpartum moms, you're talking about new moms is the who, and overcoming depression is, postpartum depression is the what. So you want to keep it very brief and very concise. So you may something like, I'm Jane Smith. I help new moms overcome postpartum depression so they can get back to being their former selves again. See how beautiful and succinct and clear that one-liner was? That is the second element, that one-liner of each one of your videos. It must be in every single one of your videos, and it should be the same for each and every one of your videos. So the nice thing is you've only got to write that one-liner once, and you get to use it repeatedly for the next 10, 15, 20 videos, maybe even 100 videos, because the more you say it, the better you get at it, and that's what you become known for. And that is the whole purpose of that intro, is to get you known for something in your niche, you known as the authority in your niche. So the third key element that you must include in each one of your videos is engaging content. Yes, that is the meat on the bone that's between the intro and the outro. You do that with things like top 10 lists, do's and don'ts. It can be emotional stories. It can be tragic stories. Whatever it is, it's got to be content that leaves your audience, your viewer, with that feeling that, wow, that was time well spent. So focus on creating engaging content and make that the focal point of your video. Take your time, maybe script it out, make some notes. It doesn't matter how you like to work, but just make sure that your content is engaging. The fourth key element that you need to include in your video is a summary. You've got to pull all your content together and give people the condensed version of what you just talked about. If you don't, you risk losing your viewer. And the reason being is that a lot of people like to skip ahead in videos. They don't want to hear full explanations. They want the condensed version. So give it to them. Don't make it difficult for people. Don't cause greater friction in their lives than they need. Give people the condensed version by summarizing everything that you just talked about. Now, the fifth element that you must include in your video is calls to action. You've got to give people the next step in moving towards your ecosystem. If you don't do that, you risk losing people to inaction, and inaction is your biggest competition. So how do you do that? How do you prompt people to take the next step? That is with either a transitional or a direct call to action. Now, a transitional call to action is something like, check out the blog post that I'll link in the description down below. Or it could be something like, join my Facebook group. Or it can be, smash a like to this video or drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of this video. Those are examples of transitional calls to action. So direct calls to action are things like download my free ebook or book a breakthrough call, but they're meant to be used sparingly. You do not want to use them very frequently because they're meant to be closes, and you don't want to come across as too salesy. So you want to take your time, you want to warm your audience with lots and lots of transitional calls to action before you use a direct call to action. Use them, but just make sure that you use them sparingly. So the last element that you must include in your video is either the smash the like button or subscribe to my YouTube channel, or both, or you could even include a comment down below. And the reason why you do that is because you want to prompt people to keep engaging with you on YouTube. And again, you can put it at the beginning of the video, you can put it at the end of the video, but just don't forget to include smash the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, or comment down below, because that is going to increase engagement, get you more subscribers on YouTube, which is going to help you grow your audience. So there you have it, all the key elements to making great videos that are going to build your audience and grow your online business. Let's do a quick recap. Number one is make sure your headline is the very first thing that you say in your video. Number two is to make sure you include your ideal client and their biggest problem in the intro. Number three is to make sure that the meat on the bone content, which is your how-tos, your do's and don'ts, is captivating and engaging. It could be an interesting story. It can be an emotional story, even better. It doesn't matter. It's got to be engaging content. Number four is to make sure that you've got a brief summary. You've got to pull it all together for those people that are too busy to watch your entire video and they just want the condensed version. Number five is to make sure that you've got a call to action. It's either got to be transitional or it's got to be direct. It doesn't matter, but you've got to prompt people to do the next step. And number six is to make sure you say, smash that like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, or drop a comment down below. Don't forget to do that because it grows your engagement here on the YouTube platform. That's it. Thanks again, everyone, for watching this video. My name is Jonathan Van Vegan from the Online Therapist Academy. Don't forget to smash my like button and subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think of this video, because that feedback is amazing and it gives me really good content and motivation to make even more great videos for you. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye now.